So number 4 in our top 9 tips on how to make money. Now make sure you train. This is very important, and this is what world of braiding is here to guide you through. If you think you have a passion for something and you think you can just go out there and do it, you need to find out from people who are doing it. How do I perfect what I'm doing? This was one of the things I did. When I knew hair was a topic I wanted to flow with, what I did was I traveled the world. I mean, I knew I could do hair. I'd done hair from childhood and I was the best at the time about hair. But no, I knew I wanted to find out from other people what they do about hair that makes hair stand out for them. So I went to trainings in the US, I went to Africa, and then I did a hairdressing course, which was, we call it MVQ level 3. That's cosmetology in the States as well. So I had to do all of this. But I had to invest money because you don't get training free. You have to put money down. But one of my biggest tips, when you invest, you're actually investing in your future. Remember, I had 3 kids at the time, and I knew I had to do something to help the future of my children. If I sat back and I said, okay, because I've got children, I can't do anything, invariably what I'm doing is disturbing my children's future, because when they grow up they're going to come to nothing. And my best investment right now is the fact that I took up trainings that has helped me to become who I am. So when you put money into training, you're basically investing in your children's future. You are also investing in your future. So I get people come here and they say to me, but I haven't got money to do the training. Now 2 things are going to happen. Your life is going to remain the same. It's going to get even worse, or you're going to have to put some money down and you will gradually change your life for the better. So make that your choice, because I have people who, what they do, they would rather buy basic things. Oh, I want to buy shoe and bag. How is shoe and bag going to make your life better? Because these are materialistic things. They don't add any more value to who you are. So by the time you're thinking investment, think future. And something I say to people, if you have not earned that money, don't spend it. Because I learned a lot from that. If you have some money, it is best for you to invest it in something that will give you more money. That's why they call it investment. If you're going to buy shoe and bag, I don't know what extra thing shoe and bag is going to give you, apart from you wearing the shoe and looking nice out there. But what about when it goes bad? That's the end of your shoe and bag. But if you invested in training that adds value into your hands, what you're going to find is the more you use that skill, the better it gets, the more people are willing to pay for it. That's why I recommend invest in training. Anyone who has ever invested in training and a training that they actually needed has never turned back to say, that was a waste of my time. World of Braiding does not waste anyone's time. If you come for our training, our major guarantee to you is you are going to gain the skill you came here for. And that's why when you come, we chat with you. We want to know what you're dreaming to do. We want to make sure you gain the skill you have come here for. We want to make sure you prosper with hair. Okay, so we've talked about 4 hints and tips. So the next one is number 5. Make sure whatever it is you have trained in, you practice it. So remember, we talk hair here, but this whole video is not about you coming to me to train. Of course, I would love you to come to me to train. But if you have found out some passion in you, that is something you've always wanted to do, and then you want to be the best at that, I would said go and train and invest and train. Now once you've trained, another tip I give to people is when you decide to go for training, make sure you understand everything you're going to be taught in that training. Because one of the mistakes I made, I won't call it mistake, but one of the things that happened to me was when I went for a training, it was very weird. I wanted so much to know everything about different techniques of designing hair. And I ended up in a place where they were teaching me 20 techniques in one day. Now that was ridiculous. If I have never done hair before, tell me what I'm going to do on my clients. So this is why here in World of Braiding, we make sure you learn one thing at a time. You are able to practice everything you could be working on a real client on the training head, achieve that result, and then pass that on to a client. And this is why our students, once they finish with us, they have the confidence to work with a client. So make sure before you decide on where to train, don't just take their word for it. Find out clearly what you will be learning. So what I'm saying to you is, once you finish that training, don't go home, put whatever equipment you worked with in the corner and just carry on with life and assume that this training will automatically make itself work. Those are the things that change in all of us, because the opportunities in life are there. The things we're looking for are all there, they're all around us. But it's now down to you to make it work. So if you have trained and you have this skill in you, it's down to you to go and practice it. Number 5, make sure you practice what you learned. So make sure you work with your neighbors, work with your family, work with your friends. Tell them, I've got this skill, I want to share it with you. I want to see how I feel. I want to hear what you think about it. If you don't practice it and people like it, how are you going to be able to sell it? So you want to make sure you practice that skill over and over and over again. And that's when you hear people say, practice makes perfect. And I prefer to say, imperfect practice makes perfect. Because some people think, first time I touch hair, I should be the expert. Hello? People spend years trying to perfect something. When you learn to drive, it's not that first day you get into the car that you're speeding off and then you're taking one hand and going like that. You walk with the 2 hands and you're scared and you're wondering. The same applies to every skill. You have to practice it for you to be good at it. Trust me, the minute you're good at it, that's the thing with skills. The minute you are good at what you do, you'll be doing it with your eyes closed. And that's when the money starts flowing in. So now you've been practicing, you know what you're doing, you perfected it. Next stage for you now is to start selling that skill. Now this is the stage where lots of people now start freaking out. They're not sure what they want to do. But I read a book that also guided me on this. It says, feel the fear but do it anyway. Feel the fear but do it anyway. Susan Jeffers. Now it's all about, yes, for whatever else, anything new that you're taking on. You know, it's called butterflies. They pick up, they scream, they shout. You sure about this? This is not something you should be doing. No. Voices in your head. Do it anyway. What else can possibly go wrong? Worst case scenario, doesn't work, but you would have tried it. But trust me, when it comes to skill and you practiced it and you're happy with what you've seen with your practice, and in the case of hair, we have the training head. You can see what you've done. Why should it go wrong? But this is an interesting one. I had a student once, and what she said was, obviously she's got her skill, she was excited, she's ready to share what she knew for value to somebody else. All they had to do was pay her the money, which is a case we get with it. Natural hair, not just natural hair, the black hair community. Suddenly when it's time to pay for the service, you spend hours doing somebody's hair. Then they start querying you, why should I pay that kind of money? Now what we offer is professional training. We're not one of those people who say, watch me for months and years and then you learn. We give you professional training in a professional setup. And we give you all the hints and tips that gets the business going, and you know how to work with clients, understand their needs, treat them well, customer care, all of that. That's a lot. I mean, in hairdressing, I spent 2 years getting that skill, but with us, it's a matter of weeks. And she's done all that, and she's put the money down, she's invested her time. And this client is saying to her, Do you think I'm the one who's going to give you money to build your house? Hello? Ignore comments like that. You know you have invested your time, your money, you have gained professional training. You are now above the ordinary. Sell your skill professionally. If they're not ready to pay the price you want to charge for it, you know you're absolutely brilliant for what you do. Move on to the next client. So we're done number 6, and now we are on 7. Now number 7 is about being focused. Stay focused on whatever it is you're doing. And focus means physically and mentally. Why do we recommend this? In life just happens. That's what, in personal development, that's what they call it. Life happens. And I prefer to call it University of Life. When University of Life happens, you cannot control it. A lot of things will be going on in your life. You've got, what that means is you're now matured. You've got responsibility. You've got things to take care of. All kinds of things is going to happen. Your family, your friends, you know, the community, the environment, they will all come down on you, crashing down. And I remember one of my clients told me a very scary story. This story was about, they were actually out in the field shooting a movie, because she's into movies. And then words came to her that her sister had died. Now she had this choice. Do I stop this movie, go and bury my sister, or do I carry on and finish this? Because my sister's dead already. So that's how life can happen. Why did it have to be now she's in the field with this film crew, actors and actresses everywhere, and then she's put in this mental situation? So that's where mental comes in. If you are dealing with such a situation, what would you do? You have to understand that things will come into your life to aim to distract you. Your issue as a person is, how do I deal with it? And when it comes to health, this is one of the books that's helped me as well. It says you are what you eat. But of course, this is not all I will say. There are loads of books out there. If you want your body to be able to carry you to that next stage of what you want to do, you have to put the right things in your body. Look at your body like a machine, like a car. If you put the wrong fuel, petrol, into your car, tell me what will happen. Will that car be able to drive? That's the same thing with your body. So each time you're pouring whatever it is into your body, it has an effect on who you become. Now, it could make you slow, it could make you fast, it could suddenly make you not able to wake up or stand up and do what you were planning to do. I mean, in some of my blogs, I've tried to explain to you, the body is made up of 4. There's the spiritual, there's the mental, there's the physical, and there's the emotional. All of these 4 work together to make us who we are. So at least make sure you take care of it. You are the one in control of what your body is. So staying alert at all times will help you achieve those dreams that you're aiming to achieve. And some of the things that help me again in personal development is CD tapes.